out at Barclays Center. And this is a team that's kind of been a vagabond here in the New York area. They started out at MSG. They went up to Westchester for a couple of years in a 2,000-seat arena.
Right.
They had to play at the Prudential Center for a while there were renovations going on at MSG. Then finally ended up at Barclays. But the fan base, so many of them have stayed with them year in, year out. You know, on the show earlier today, we heard so many fans talk about they've been there since 1997 when the franchise started.
But now you couldn't get a ticket.
Right.
What was it about the team? I mean, they obviously have magic. What is it about the team that changed from one year to the next?
I think two things. One, legitimately was the ownership change. Once Clara Wu Tsai and Joe Tsai bought the Brooklyn Nets and the New York Liberty and decided to move them there, that made a difference because they treated them like a real business, not just a side business. They brought them from the 2,000-seat arena into Barclays. They invested money into the locker rooms, into the facilities, into going out and getting free agents, which matter from a basketball standpoint.
I mean, who are the popular ones? Brianna Stewart, for sure.
And she was the first free agent they went out to get. She had won a couple of championships with the Seattle Storm. They went and really, I think Clara Wu Tsai went to Turkey, where Brianna Stewart was on vacation, said, hey, look, we are serious here. We want you to come play. And that was 2 years ago, and what a difference that has made. She has been part of the foundation, along with Sabrina Ionescu, who she drafted back in 2022. I mean, this has just been a complete turnaround for this franchise, going from being one that just can't even find a home and was drafting #1 overall, and to being the champion.
I think a lot of people are inspired. Look at this guy. He could definitely be part of the Harlem Globetrotters. He's very good with the ball on skates, I think. Is he on skates? He's going backwards. Very, very nice. Of course, so many true fans, as you mentioned, have been part of this team for years and years and years, and finally they feel vindicated. The team won.
And you know what? Especially, I think, after last year. They made it to the WNBA Finals last year and lost to the Las Vegas Aces, and so it was almost a mission statement this year is that we have to win a championship. They set that as the goal, and they have now completed it. And we're going to have team coverage all throughout the parade route all morning long, starting with the beginning of it down at Battery Place, where our Tina Servasio is there to kick things off. Tina.
Hello there, Kurt and Rosanna. The music is pumping. The celebration has begun for the New York Liberty to travel down the Canyon of Heroes in this championship parade. It has been such a scene, and both you, Kurt, and Rosanna have so eloquently talked about the evolution of the Liberty because of Clara Wu Tsai. Clara and her son, she's talking to up there now, her husband Joe, they are all on this float right here. This is float number 3. As you can see, Jonquel Jones, the MVP of the finals, is still celebrating. She hasn't made it to her float yet. And actually, she's getting on Clara's float right now. But I had a moment to talk to Clara when she arrived. It was still so quiet here. There were no players yet on the scene. And then she was joined by Liberty legends. She was so emotional when I asked her as she took in the championship on Sunday and as she's taking in these floats. Here's what she said to me just a few moments ago. Clara, what goes through your mind as you see these floats lined up and everything says champions?
It's hard to believe. I still feel like I'm... but mostly what's heartwarming is to see all the fans, and fans from 1997, from 1998, and then new fans. But today there are so many old fans, and you know, to see them feeling so grateful, and you know, to finally win a championship for them is really special.
There were so many emotions flowing when Clara was joined by the Liberty legends. Oh, wait, is this Maddie? Maddie has returned. Maddie was the mascot a few years back when the Liberty had played at Madison Square Garden. And now, of course, have you seen Ellie? Ellie from Barclays. Ellie went that way. So great to see you, Maddie. See, it's all about the legends and the OGs, right? I'm an OG. I actually covered the Liberty way back, too. And when Maddie was with us, it's so great to see you, Maddie. I'm emotional. So as you could see, a team over 28 years, this franchise. What do you think about the championship? I mean, incredible, right, Maddie? This is Maddie from Madison Square Garden, so it's so great to see you return. Just like all of the legends. Did you see Teaspoon? And did you see Kim Hampton? And Crystal Robinson? They're all here. They're here. You have to go see them. Okay. All right. We're a lot of reuniting with people, as you can see here as well. So you can see the evolution of Kurt and Rosanna, a 28-year franchise, whether it's the mascots, the legends like Teresa Weatherspoon. They are back here today to celebrate players like Jonquel Jones, Brianna Stewart, Sabrina Ionescu, Leonie Fevich, Courtney Vandersloot, that have now brought that trophy, that WNBA championship, to New York City with that Liberty name. Back to you guys in the studio.
Tina, you did a great job, and you've done a great job the whole season because she was out there.
She's been the sideline reporter all season long.
Sideline reporter, right. So, okay. What a great season. You must feel so good, right? Anyway, you know who else feels good this morning? Michelle Ross. She is along the parade route. Michelle, what's it like for you? Where are you exactly?
So we're where all the floats are. We're a little bit behind Tina, and we are getting to see the action before the rest of New York City gets to see these amazing players. Behind me is Brianna Stewart with her 2 children and her wife. You can see holding her baby Theo over here, and we got to talk to her. She said she's so happy to be here and to celebrate New York City, and especially to bring her kids. That was the main component. She wanted to be able to show her kids this great achievement that she and her team has achieved. You can see Theo right there, so cute as she's holding him. And many of the other players that we got to see, they all share the same sentiment, and they have been on this, essentially what I've been calling world tour of New York City. They said that they have not gotten any sleep. They've been doing night shows. They're at the New York Stock Exchange, so they are keeping this energy going, and the rest of New York City will be here to get to see them as they continue this celebration. You can see they have some drinks. They were popping champagne. Stewie popped a bottle of champagne. They're all having such a great time here. And you can also see Stewie's daughter, Ruby. What a time to be had. Back to you guys.
Thank you so
thank
much,
you.
Michelle. That is unbelievable. And it's a beautiful day. You could tell. It's a beautiful day for a parade, and everybody seems so into it. The people there have been waiting for this for a very long time. And correct me if I'm wrong, Kurt, because you know my sports is not that great. But this is the first local women's team to have ticker tape parade, because we've had women who've come down the Canyon of Heroes.
Right.
I believe it was an Olympic woman, right? An Olympian who won. I think it was Gertrude Ederer.
Oh, that was the first one. Yeah, she swam the English Channel. She was the first one, but the last one was the U.S. women's soccer team that won the World Cup in 2019. They got a parade down the Canyon of Heroes, and that was the only women's team that has been honored with the tribute so far. And the last championship team who played basketball in New York to do it was the 1973 New York Knicks. So more than 50 years.
We've waited too long for that. Meanwhile, Dan Rice is above everybody in Sky Fox HG. He's got a great view of the Canyon of Heroes. Dan, what are you seeing this morning? Hi, Dan.
Get started, just how many people are lined up along the parade route before it gets started down here. One of the coolest scenes you'll see down here, and Kurt and Rosanna, you've seen this over the years too, between all the Giants and Yankees championships, is just when that ticker tape, when that confetti flows from these buildings, several stories up, and just covers the entire route in all of that confetti as the players make their way up the Canyon of Heroes. We'll come back down here towards Battery Place. You'll see Bowling Green right there. We come back around Battery Place there, and you can see the crowds getting lined up there. We were looking at the floats all lined up over here by Little West Street. About a dozen floats, double-decker buses, all staged, all ready to go. Hopefully in a few minutes we'll get them going up the Canyon of Heroes. Let the festivities begin, Kurt and Rosanna.
Thank you very much. All right, so much more to come from the New York Liberty's Parade of Champions. We'll have live coverage as soon as they take off. Actually, we're going to have live coverage either way. We got it for you right here on Fox 5. Stick around. All right, there have been approximately 200 parades up the Canyon of Heroes over the years. We're about to see the latest take place as the New York Liberty get ready to celebrate their first ever WNBA title. They're just about ready to get things started. Ryan Christopher, live along the parade route right now. Ryan, what's going on where you are?
Look at Ryan. Ryan's getting the crowd all riled
A lot
up.
of noise is happening right here. We got this side of Broadway. Make some noise. Hey! And then we got all of our friends over here on Broadway. How you guys doing? Miss, you look like you're ready to go on the court. What do you love best about the Liberty this year?
Oh, their energy, they're fantastic. They were destined to win this year. It's great.
Let's go Liberty. Who's your favorite player? Who are you most excited to see here on the float? They're going to be coming by some of your favorite players.
Brianna Stewart!
Stewie!
Sabrina Ionescu! Sabrina Ionescu! Jonquil Jones!
Jonquil Jones got a shout out. Now let's bring in some of the moms and parents. Come on over. What has this season meant to you? You've seen your kids watch the team all year long. What does this mean for you as a family?
It's been wonderful. We love to see women's sports. Everybody out here, it's awesome.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And you think they'll do a little repeat next year?
Oh yeah.
Let's bring some fans up here. Come on up. Come on up. Get up here. Don't be shy. All right, we're here in the Canyon of Heroes. What are you most excited about? How do you feel here today, being finally here at this championship parade?
I was a season ticket holder in '97, and I'm so excited.
Yes! I like that. I like that. Gotta go. Come on. You in the back. I see you back there. Hey. Curtain row. What more do you need? That's what it's all about. New York Liberty. I think Yankees are up next. I'm just saying. Here we go. Hey.
Ryan is a party starter.
You can tell he's a DJ.
No matter where he goes, he gets everybody ready. By the time the ladies come down that parade route, they're going to be like, Ryan's got them all fused up.
This is good. I can listen to that all day. I think lots of folks can celebrate that way all day. We can see the buses are getting loaded up as they get ready to begin the parade route.
I know.
Up the Canyon of Heroes.
When does it actually start? I thought it was going to start.
Well, you know how it goes. It was supposed to start at 10 o'clock.
Right.
But everybody's got to get on the buses and on the floats and get going. And as soon as they get going, we're going to show you live coverage from start to finish. They're going to City Hall.
They're going to City Hall. Crystal Young there, already along the parade route. Well, you know, not for anything. Ryan has already set the stage. He's gotten the crowds all riled
No pressure.
up. What is going on over there? What are you, in a library?
Well, you know what? The Canyon of Heroes has not seen this much action since 2019. And think about it. That was a U.S. women's soccer team, but now it's personal. And we all know that New Yorkers know how to party, and they are ready to party. Now, I'm going to slide over to some happy fans right here. All right, JC, tell me why you're standing out here.
You know why I'm here. It's been 51 years since New York was won a championship, and the ladies brought it to New York. Let's go!
Okay, let me slide over to you. Who's your favorite player, and why are you out here?
Queen Bee, Vanaja Lady. That's my favorite player.
All right. All right. And you drove for a minute or two. Where did you drive from and why?
I drove from South Carolina. I drove 14 hours to come here for New York Liberty.
That's right, because they are worth it. Okay, I'm going to slide down. Why are you out here this morning?
I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm here for the elephant. I'm here to see Miss Ellie.
All right.
I came to see my queen drop it low.
Wait. And then pick it back up and drop it again.
And drop it one more time. I came here for Miss Ellie.
You know what? Everybody loves Ellie, right? She's got the moves. Yes. How about you? Excited?
Oh, I'm excited.
Okay, good.
I've been waiting for this whole season.
Okay.
We got to get back against the Aces.
Okay.
That's what I wanted more than anything.
All righty.
And then we took the title.
All right.
That's all I need.
All right.
That was all I need.
You got what you need. You got what I need. Okay, Reggie, with a really good sign. What's going on, Reggie? How excited are you?
Good. How you?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right.
So you bringing it with the handmade sign. Who's your favorite player? Do you have a favorite?
You're quite sure. You see who it is right here, right?
All right. All right. Asking stupid questions. He's like, look up, girlfriend. Well, everybody out here is ready, and you can bet that when those players come down this section of Broadway, we're going to turn it out. Have no doubt. All right, I'm going to toss it back inside for now to both of you, Kurt and Rosanna, in the Calm Collected studio.
Yeah, we'll see how you do because Ryan already set the stage. Oh, look, she's back to dancing.
Okay, there we go. She's twerking like Ellie the elephant. Or just Ellie, as they call her.
Be careful
but
on
does he
that
have
one.
the moves?
Yes.
Okay, Crystal, we got you. Anyway, it's been a lot of fun. Dan Bowens, he's already at City Hall. He's got a special guest who's also been in the thick of the Liberty fever for quite some time.
Rosanna and Kurt, our special guest, Christina Williams, insider from the WNBA. She brought us some swag this morning. We got our Liberty hat. Thank you very much. We like it. And we got a little jacket here, too. We love to see this. How big is this moment today?
This moment is so big for not only New York, but for the community. This is the first title in franchise history for the Liberty and the first basketball championship in 51 years.
51 years. And you know so much about this team, how it was constructed, how it came together. And we were talking about it. When really the Sy family purchased the team, things really started to come together. Can you talk to me about that, about how this became really like this super team here, where we are now today?
Yeah, so when the Sys purchased the team, they really showed what can happen when you invest into women's sports.
Right.
They provided them with lockers. They gave them top training facilities, top training performance staffs as well. And we see the result of that. And I think that it started when they hired General Manager Jonathan Kolb in 2019. He is the mastermind behind this superstar-studded team. And then also drafting Sabrina Ionescu in 2020.
So Sabrina was one of the ones who came through for sure. They're all going to be up on that platform. They're all going to be up on this stage that you can see behind us here. They're going to be coming down on those floats just a little while now. I mean, when you see that, you followed this team for years and years. I mean, from when they were in Madison Square Garden up in Westchester. I mean, what does it mean to you? And what do you think it means to these fans?
Listen, I've seen this team when they were at their worst, when they only won 2 games in 2020, when they lost last year to the Las Vegas Aces. They really used that motivation to come back this year and handle unfinished business, really.
It was unfinished business, and they've lost a few times in the WNBA Finals, but here they are. They came through. You were in the building. You were in the building that night. I mean, talk to me about the feeling when you were inside that building when it all kind of went down.
I mean, the crowd was electric. The Liberty Loyals, they're here today, decked out in all of their seafoam. But the energy was so amazing because they understood the importance of the moment. I love that. To bring the first title to this franchise.
And this hat is special, too. I mean, this is talking about some of the ways that WNBA stars and women's basketball stars have been able to kind of branch out. And this is one of the hats from who? Who's this hat from?
So Courtney Vandersloot actually designed this hat for International Women's Day this year with New Era. So she dedicated this.
A partnership that came together.
Yes.
Just showing some of the business opportunities that have come together. And we know this year for the WNBA, we've seen viewership that has been enormous. And it's only fitting that New York, the biggest team, gets the win. I mean, talk to me about that, about some of the popularity as this season has gone on.
Yeah, I feel like the New York Liberty has really become New York's team, just like all of the other teams here in the city. It's really a cultural standpoint. It's the hottest ticket in the summer. It's the hottest ticket in the summer, and obviously Ellie. Ellie is the
Ellie the elephant?
Yes, Ellie the elephant is the best mascot in the WNBA. I think it's all around entertainment that makes this team special.
And it is such a special moment. What is it going to mean, do you think, when you see them up on the stage here, knowing that they've got this championship now?
I think that this championship is for all of the ones who came before them. Teresa Weatherspoon.
Oh, Weatherspoon, of course.
Vicki Johnson, Kim Hampton, some of the Liberty legends who are here today at the parade celebrating. This win is for them.
And we know that some of them will probably be on the floats, right? When we see them, I mean, Teresa Witherspoon, some of the originals, some of the ones who came through. And the Liberty, obviously, one of the original franchises. Yes. And they hadn't had one. I mean, this is one of those moments where, do you think they can repeat? Do you think they're going to come back next year?
This is a moment for them. I mean, they've gotten so close in previous years, and just this team, they wanted to pay homage to the legends that came before them. So this is going to be a great day to celebrate all of that today.
And as we think about kind of what's going to happen today, we have the celebration here, which is obviously, we got the mayor, we got all the dignitaries, but then tonight there's a party. And that was important for the team, that they have the event here, but then also in Brooklyn tonight. Can you talk about that?
A huge part of this team is the community. So they really wanted to have 2 touch points today. They wanted to have the New York sports tradition and coming here, but also to have a celebration for the community at Barclays Center. So tonight, there's going to be a special performance by Ellie. All of the New York legends are going to be there tonight. So it's going to be a big party at Barclays tonight at 7 o'clock.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's a big moment out here, Rosanna and Kurt. We're going to be out here all day. You can see the stage behind me. On this side, we think that's where the players are going to sit. This side, that's where all the dignitaries are going to be. I can't really see some of the names there. They can sit wherever they want. Okay, they got it today. Who do you think is going to speak today? You think we'll hear from Brianna Stewart? Who do you think is going to be up here speaking?
Definitely going to hear from Brianna Stewart. You're going to hear from Finals MVP Jonquel Jones as well. So, and Sabrina Ionescu also. So you're going to hear from all of the All-Stars, all of the stars today here at City Hall.
It's been a tough season for some of these players as well. I mean, Vandersloot in particular, she's one of the women who came with Brianna Stewart in that big trade, and she's had kind of an up and down season a little bit, so this is going to be an important moment for her. Talk about her story this year.
So Courtney Vandersloot and his team have faced so much adversity this year. Early on in the season, Courtney Vandersloot had to take some personal time off because she lost her mom, who had been battling cancer for 2 years. And so this win is significant because it shows just how much the team has built togetherness, how they've kind of had continuity from last year as well.
And we know Jonquel Jones, the MVP of the finals, she'd lost 2 others before, and then finally she got this one. I mean, she's another player who really had to go through some adversity before you get to this moment.
Yeah, so Jonquel Jones, 4th time's the charm for her. She's been
4th time, oh my God.
To the finals 3 times previously and had fallen short. But this win means so much because she's from the Bahamas. She left her family at an early age to pursue a career in basketball. She lived in Maryland, went to George Washington for college. So this win means a lot for her, but also for those who are looking to her in the Bahamas right now.
And of course, one of the big stars, of course, of the team, Brianna Stewart. She hit those 2 clutch free throws at the end. And she's a New Yorker.
Yes.
She won 2 titles out in Seattle, but now she's back.
Yep. So when Brianna Stewart came here, obviously we understood the moment of how important it would be to bring the first championship to her hometown. After they won the championship game, she spoke to media and said that when she was younger, she would come to Liberty games.
Right.
And so this one was like a full circle moment for her.
You know, you're a New Yorker.
I am.
I don't mean to keep giving you like this, but I'm excited here. But I mean, I was here for 2019 when the women's national team was here. It was an amazing moment, obviously, but that's a national team.
Yes.
This feels a little different. It feels like, you know, you got the music playing. This feels very New York.
Yes. I mean,
it sure feels New York. I have to tell you, we're going to get back to Dan and Christina in just a few minutes. But the parade has started.
It's just getting started.
We don't want you to miss a moment of the parade.
And you don't have to. You can watch it here with us on Fox 5. If for whatever reason you got to go somewhere, just grab your phone. And all you've got to do is, if you haven't already, download the Fox Local app, and you can watch it absolutely free. If you don't have it, the QR code is right there on the screen. You know how to use the QR code. Do that, and you can be with us wherever you go. The official start on the other side right after this. Well, in 1997, the New York Liberty were one of the original 8 teams of the Women's National Basketball Association, the WNBA. 28 years later, they're celebrating their first championship. They're taking the ride up the Canyon of Heroes. We've got it for you live right here on Fox 5 all day long.
Confetti is going. I know some of the bags, some of the buildings around the Canyon of Heroes, they were offered like a few hundred pounds of confetti if they wanted to throw it outside their windows. But it looks like, you see they have that gun there? It's not a gun, it's like a confetti cannon.
Yes.
Yeah, they have that going on,
and that's
too.
the one that's on the float. Once they get by the tall buildings going up Broadway, we should see some of the confetti coming out of the buildings. They passed out 3,000 pounds of confetti for people to just throw out the window and celebrate.
It's fun, and it's a great day to be part of this celebration. As you could see, some of our heroes are there.
Jonquel Jones, who is the MVP of the finals. Remember, this final series, best of 5, went not only all 5 games, 2 of them went to overtime, including the final game. And the Liberty won that one at Barclays in front of the home folks, and now they're getting to celebrate with the home folks.
And it looks like a lot of family on board and a lot of teammates there, and the people, the owner of the team
Clara
is there.
Wu-Tsai right there on your left.
With her husband.
Joe Tsai.
Who bought the Barclays Center.
Yes.
And has now been, reigning over the Barclays Center in Brooklyn for the last few years.
That float's rocking.
Oh, yeah.
Literally.
You can see it actually going back and forth, right?
And now it looks like they're about to turn and go up Broadway for the first time. And so we should see more confetti falling from the buildings. The crowd will get a little closer look as well as the street gets a little bit narrower. Tina Cervasio is standing by right now. Tina, who do you have?
Hello there, Kurt and Rosanna. So I'm still at Battery Place, and these are the floats that still have to get onto the Canyon of Heroes actual parade route. Behind me is the float for Stu York, Brianna Stewart, a native New Yorker. Now, she won 2 WNBA championships and was a 2-time Finals MVP with the Seattle Storm. But when she became a free agent, she wanted to go home to the state where she was born, and she wanted to bring a WNBA championship. Brianna, Stewie! We're going to try to get Stewie's attention. Stewie, we're live. We're live. There she is. Stu York. Stu York. We love Stewie. Stewie brought the championship to the Liberty. Look at that. Look at the Puma jacket. We love it, Stewie. So she's got her whole family out here. Her 2 little ones are somewhere on the float. They love the media, by the way. So just to talk about Brianna Stewart, she continues to break records. She had an historical season once again. 30 points and 10 rebounds in Game 3. I mean, this is just tremendous. They've got the gold champagne bottles. Oh, they are having a good time on the Stu York float. Let me tell you about that. So I mentioned how Brianna was a 2-time Finals MVP, and Kurt and Rosanna, you just saw Jonquel Jones on her MVP float a little earlier. The smile on her face, lifting up that trophy, meant so much. Now, when Jonquel also signed with the New York Liberty 2 years ago, she was coming off some injuries. She had been playing in China. She was a little fatigued. She had a very slow start to the season. Something kicked in the playoffs last year. But when the Liberty lost to the Las Vegas Aces in the 2023 WNBA Finals in 4 games, Jonquel was one of those players that said she could not rewatch those games. It crushed her. She felt she let her team down. Wire to wire, Jonquel Jones had such an impactful season. Not just rebounding and scoring, but she was a player that could shoot the 3. She's a center, and she could just float that 3 up there. So she contributed on both sides of the court. She's a great leader. She also brings a great mindset, a calming mindset, and she averaged over 17 points, 17.8 points per game throughout the WNBA Finals, which earned her that MVP trophy. And I spoke to Jonquel just as she arrived to Battery Place and just as she saw her float for the very first time. Take a listen. What moment has really stood out to you the most since you guys that trophy?
Honestly, just like sounding and Stewie and just realizing that we actually did it.
Yeah. What do you think of your float? Have you seen it yet?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I'm taking it all in. It's cool.
You know, my favorite part part of watching the players arrive is just the joy, because I got to see them from day one at training camp, and they were just so focused this season on the unfinished business from 2023 when they lost to the Aces in the finals. And every time I would interview these players after games, it wasn't even about the win. It was about the teamwork, how they got the win, of course. Was it runs? Was it defense? Was it shutting down an opposing player? But they always said, it's a win, but we have unfinished business. Our job isn't done. So their goal throughout the year was to have the best record in order to have home court throughout the playoffs. And they did that. They finished the season with the best record in the WNBA. And then by having that home court, it proved how important that was, because how did they win? This went to 5 games. We had overtime in 2 games. And where was that final game? Game 5, home court advantage at Barclays Center, where the New York Liberty won the WNBA championship. So it's just been such a great evolution to remember what happened at training camp, what the players talked about in those moments, how they tried to improve their game, and then what they were taking with them into the season, and how they got the job done. Kurt and Rosanna, we still have several more floats behind us here, and they haven't even seen the ticker tape and the confetti yet. So you can imagine the emotions and the fun that lie ahead this morning here down the Canyon of Heroes. Back to you.
All right, Tina.
I feel like we got a little confetti going on here, too, in the studio. We're right in the spirit of everything. We got some dancers. Have you been to Barclays at all this year? Because we had some of the dancers on Good Day as well.
The Timeless Torches were here at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
And there you can see Brianna Stewart. And I believe that's the first float, the lead float that is going up the Canyon of Heroes. And so many players.
Brianna's got her own bottle of booze, by the way. Did you notice?
You know, this is what happens at parades. It's a celebration.
It sure is. The mayor is there, by the way. Mayor Adams, he's, I believe, on one of the floats. Now, the rumor is the governor was going to be with him as well.
Right.
Which was kind of interesting since, you know, she's had him basically push out a few people in his administration.
Yeah, but when celebrations are going on and champions are being crowned, every politician comes out of the woodwork and dances with the team. Doesn't matter what their politics are. Everybody wants a little piece of that and to be in the picture. And right now you can see lots of people lined up on the streets, really kind of tight to get the floats up there. And as you saw with Tina, not all the floats have even taken off just yet. So this parade will take a while as they go all the way up the Canyon of Heroes, all the way to City Hall, where they're going to have a ceremony there right afterwards. And then tonight, if you can't make the parade, you have to have a ticket in advance, but it is free. You can go to the Barclays Center, where they're going to have festivities beginning tonight at 7 o'clock. And as we look here, it's just so cool to see because, you know, we see the players on the court, but you sometimes don't think about the coaches, the assistant coaches, the training staff, the people that work in the entire organization to make it work.
Well, we've got a lot of spirit going on this morning. The Parade of Champions is still, well, just starting off, and we're expecting a lot more confetti to come raining down in just a few minutes.
We check in with Michelle Ross, who's along the parade route right now, to see what's going on where she is. Michelle.
Let's hear what she had to say today about being here and celebrating this. Canyon of Heroes. Where are you guys from?
Here!
Yes! Awesome. Who are you excited to see today?
Lady, we just saw her!
There you guys. There you go, guys. Really excited to be here. We've also got this other double-decker. Sandy, the head coach, Sandy, is also on this double-decker. She's all the way in the back. Fortunately, it's too high for me to try to talk to her, but we're having a great time here on Broadway. Back to you guys.
I'm sure that Michelle can't hear a single word that we're saying right now. She probably can't even hear herself because she's just like embracing all the happiness down in the canyon.
As are a lot of the fans there. You can see the enthusiasm all over the place with the fans screaming and yelling and the music going on. But that's what you're supposed to do.
I know.
When you win a championship, you get a chance to celebrate it. We've got much more coming your way from the New York Liberty's first ever championship parade as we continue to watch them go up the Canyon of Heroes. Not all the floats have even taken off yet.
No.
We'll have it for you live right here on Fox.
And don't forget, if you need to head out, you can catch the parade on the Fox local app. It's absolutely free. You see that QR code on the right-hand side? Just scan it. That's it. It'll take you right to where you need to be, and you can watch us all day long. All right, Good Day New York coming right back.
You're watching the Parade of Champions.
All right, the celebration has begun for the New York Liberty.
Yeah, people are lined up along the Canyon of Heroes, going up Broadway. The parade has begun. Some of the floats are out there. Others are just beginning right now as the celebration continues for the first ever championship in the history of the New York Liberty after 28 long seasons.
Amazing.
They made it to 5 WNBA finals before, 0 for 5. This was the year they finally got it done.
Well, the fan favorites are already out there on those floats. Some of the politicians we've noticed as well. The mayor of New York City there on the same float with the governor of New York. And also we saw Chuck Schumer, Senator Schumer, along with the Attorney General, Letitia James, on the same float. So everybody wants to get a little piece of the Liberty today.
But it's all about the Liberty right now and their fans. Ryan Christopher is with both along the parade route. Ryan, you getting people pumped up still?
Oh, we're still getting people pumped up. Kurt and Rosanna, you better believe it. But just over here, we have the NYPD. If we can look right over there, you see them. They're about to continue marching. But we're here with some pretty excited New York. Miss, she won't stop screaming. What did this season mean to you?
Oh my God, iconic. That's one word, iconic.
Yeah.
Icons only.
Icons only. How did the season change for you guys? Did you have a favorite player?
Yeah, so Sabrina is good.
Sabrina, come on, she's a fan favorite.
MVP, we're from Brooklyn. We love you, girl.
We got a Yankee fan. Come on out here. Go Liberty. Go Yankees. All right, hey, we going to get the 28th championship, you think? You know that. You know that. You already know. Make some noise, guys. Miss, come on up here. You're styling. Now, this is the first ever championship since the team started in 1997. How long have you been waiting for this day?
At least 10 years. At least 10 years. At least. This is awesome to elevate women's sports to this level and for it to happen here in New York.
Finally, I mean, come on now. Can we get a little New York Liberty chant going? Can somebody start a chant for us?
We all we got.
Rosanna, back on into you guys. What more do you need? Of course, we're here at the Canyon of Heroes. We're about to have the first float go by here momentarily. But again, this is a historic win, a historic championship here in New York City. Guys, make some noise one more time for your New York Liberty.
Ryan,
back to you.
Ryan, before you go anywhere, I'm giving you an assignment.
Yes,
If there's anybody who can hop on a float and talk to one of the stars
Not a
of
fan.
Liberty.
Not a fan. A reporter.
You.
Yes.
Ryan.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
I got you.
Ryan.
Well, actually,
we need Ryan. If there's anybody who can do it, I think you can do it.
Okay.
And bring us a live interview on Good Day New York.
We actually have a float coming by here. We'll see if we can hop up. I might get arrested. I might not.
Who's on
we'll
that
find
float?
out live together. I don't know.
Who's on that float,
It's coming
Ryan?
up over here.
Let's case it out together.
I'm trying to figure out. This is the very
Case
first
it out,
float.
Ryan.
I don't know if we can see who's up there. Let's case it out.
Case
Let's check it out.
Go, Ryan. Hey, and by the way,
right,
Tony is there, one of the police officers that we know. Tony will get you on the float.
Yeah.
Are you causing trouble?
All right. Hey, where's Tony? Have you seen Tony? Oh, Tony's supposed to get us on the float. Tony!
All of a sudden, it's turned into Tony's supposed to get us on the float. Here we go.
Go Liberty!
Let's go Liberty! The best experience ever! They did it! They did it! They did it! They did it! They did it!
Can we hop up? Whoa! See? That almost got wild. I'm going to try. There weren't any players on that one.
Let's go Liberty, baby! Let's go Silver!
Let's go Liberty!
Wow, Kurt and Rosanna, you see the energy? Not just the fans that are on the sides of the streets, but also everybody here marching. It's electric. We have a couple more floats here coming up.
We're ready for
See if
you,
we can
Ryan.
spot anybody
We'll see if
over
there's
there.
any players on this one.
Ryan,
I'm
that
trying.
was a
I'm
warm-up,
trying, girl.
Ryan.
Okay, this one looks good.
This one, the other one
Okay, that was a
warm-up.
warm-up. This one. Sir, Officer Kim, how are you? How you doing? Hey, we're live on the air. I'm going to hop on that float, all right? All right. All right. She's like, good luck. Let's see.
That's New York right there. It's like, yeah,
Hey,
whatever
where's
you want
Tony?
to do.
Go ahead, Ryan. I know you can do it.
I'm
There's
still looking
Mayor
for Tony.
Adams. I see Mayor Adams and Governor Hochul.
Yes, to the
They're
right.
not standing
Where's
next to
Mayor
one
Adams at?
another, but they're on the same
Governor
float.
Hochul, make some noise. Fox 5.
Hey, New York, we won it all!
Yeah, good day, New York.
All right, listen, Ryan is getting the crowd riled up. Michelle Ross is
Who's
out.
standing by?
Yeah,
Not
she's-
far away. Michelle.
All right, I heard my name. It's so loud out here, guys, but we're having a great time. Everyone's chanting MVP, and who else are we expecting? The none other than John Paul Jones, the WNBA Finals MVP. Someone who I personally like to call the Bahama Mama of New York City. Of course, because achieve that goal and some. She even said during the WNBA finals in Game 5, she never could have dreamt this. But today, that dream is a reality, and she is leading this parade, holding the trophy. Look at all that confetti. Blowing in the wind, blowing in her hair. Let's see that trophy. Jonquil, look at that. And the crowd is cheering, embracing her. The confetti is flying. Jonquil Jones, the 2024 WNBA Finals MVP. In the Game 5 series, game 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, she averaged 18 points and about 8 rebounds, leading the Liberty to their championship. Look at everybody chanting MVP. So happy to be here today and celebrate this milestone here in New York City in the parade of Canyon of Heroes. We are leading up. Look at her, so happy up there. Just dancing to the music, celebrating everything going on. Look at John Paul waving to the crowd. Another great achievement for our city and the WNBA here today. Enjoying the music with her family. Everybody here, let's go Liberty! Thank you! Woo! Her fans, her family, everyone's so excited to be here. What else is there more to say besides you gotta be a Liberty fan today and for the rest of the year until next season going forward. Back to you guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Michelle. You can see the confetti starting to fall from the tops of the buildings. As we said, 3,000 pounds dispersed. And they said it'll take about 3 hours to clean up. But the parade is just beginning, not even an hour into it right now.
We haven't seen all the players yet.
No, but all the floats hadn't, at least the last shot we saw, some were still in the Battery Place, had not begun the parade just yet. But we've seen a couple out there with the lead group of players. Yeah. And so as we watch more and more, hopefully we'll get to see more and more players.
Well, we got you covered all morning long. And, of course, we'll have the great big celebration at City Hall when that happens. We're thinking that's about 12 o'clock today.
That's when it's scheduled to be. But, of course, the parade started a little bit late, so we'll see if they have to adjust there. The players are going to end up at City Hall, where they have a little break, and then they will have an official ceremony with Mayor Adams officiating that. Tonight at Barclays Center, 7 o'clock, they're going to have a big rally with all the fans to kind of celebrate on the home court. But right now they're doing it up the Canyon of Heroes on Broadway, which is where our Crystal Young is standing by as well. With,
she's got some confetti,
she's got confetti.
Or something, yeah.
She's got souvenirs. Crystal.
That's right, I've got souvenirs. So forget about the British are coming. The New York Liberty are coming, and we are waiting patiently. I am by City Hall Park, by Park Row, and yes, the confetti is totally starting to come down. I'm right by the Woolworth building, and the confetti is flowing, the toilet paper is flowing, and the smiles are going. Now, I have someone that I'm going to slide over to. Chief Madry, talk to me about all the cops out here keeping New Yorkers safe and making sure that everything goes smooth.
Listen, this is what the NYPD do. It's our job to make sure an event like this is safe, is secure, and that people can come out and celebrate 28 years of waiting for a championship. I've been waiting 28 years for this championship, and I'm so proud of the Liberty team. I'm proud of New York, and this is a great day for this city.
Absolutely. About how many cops are making sure that this comes together correctly?
You know, we never give the secret away about how many cops we have out here. But I will assure you and all of New York that we have plenty of cops out here. That we have cops you can see, cops that you cannot see. It's about making sure that the city's safe, but we never give you the secret. You can never let anybody know exactly how many cops are out here.
All right, I'm going to zip it. You told me nothing, but you told me what I needed to know, which is everybody is doing their job and they are excited.
Go Liberty.
Yes, thank you. All right, I'm going to slide over to some of the fans over here. Maybe some of these young fans, they're so happy. All right, both of you are 10 years old. Now, how long have you been out here and how excited are you?
Like 1 hour. An hour and a half.
All right, an hour and a half. And who do you want to see on that float?
All of them. They're all good.
Okay. Oh, see, I like that. You said they're all good, so you don't have a favorite? You love everybody?
I love, like, all of the players, but I have top 2 favorites.
Who?
Brianna Stewart and Sabrina Ionescu.
So shocking. Okay. That's a lot of people's favorite. How about you?
Sabrina Ionescu and Brianna Stewart.
All right. Well, you guys are so darn cute. I know you're going to be screaming loud when they pass by. You're ready, right? Okay. Got you. beside her. They're wrapping me quickly, and we'll come back to you, but just talk to me about how amazing this team has been all season long.
This team has been the best team in New York in the league.
All right, because we just saw Sabrina. I wanted to see more of Sabrina.
Yes. We want to get to where the players are.
Yes.
Actually, Sabrina Ionescu was on that last float. We also saw Brianna Stewart. We got a chance to check in with Tina Servasio, who is down at Battery Place, where everything began this morning. Tina, what do you have?
Well, Kurt and Rosanna, I've moved up the parade route a little bit because here's who I'm following, Sabrina Ionescu. There she is with her husband, Ronas. Her entire family is on her float, and she is on this is my favorite float because it says Liberty has a ring to it, and it shows the image of the Statue of Liberty with her hand holding the torch, and as you spin it around, she has a WNBA championship ring on that finger, and the Lady Liberty has that on her finger now because of that young woman there, 26-year-old Sabrina Ionescu, who played at Oregon. She was drafted by the Liberty #1 overall in 2020. She was drafted from her living room, guys, because that was in the height of the coronavirus pandemic. So then that following year, Sabrina, who was a player of the year in college, she did suffer a couple of injuries. The WNBA was playing in the bubble. Same thing happened in 2021. Sabrina had to deal with some injuries, but she came back, and I'll tell you why, because she is a player with Mamba mentality. Kobe Bryant mentored Sabrina Ionescu. They became incredible friends. She would work out with him, and to think that she was drafted 3 months after his untimely death with his daughter Gigi, it's just, she remained so close to Kobe's wife and their daughters, and to watch her interact right now with the fans, I'm just going to take this all in. Sabrina loves her fans. They love her. They connect with her. And I've said this often this year in 2024. Sabrina was Caitlin Clark before Caitlin Clark was Caitlin Clark, drafted #1. Everyone would watch women's college basketball because of the electricity that Sabrina would bring to the game. And you know what? It was her three-point shooting. In 2023, Sabrina led the WNBA in three-point efficiency. Do you know what she did in the offseason? She worked on her three-point efficiency. She worked on the speed of the game. She said the speed at which she would shoot. She wanted a better season. And this was coming off a year where she participated in the NBA All-Star festivities in a three-point contest with Steph Curry. One shot. Steph only won by one shot. And Sabrina proved it. She proved her prowess this year in Game 3 of the WNBA Finals when she hit that unbelievable logo three-pointer to put the Liberty ahead, give them that Game 3 win, which then extended this series and brought it back to New York City. Let's see if Sabrina will talk to us. Seb!
All right, get in there, Tina.
Seb, we're live. We're live on Fox 5. Seb, how you feeling?
Amazing. This is amazing. I can't even put it into words.
What do you love about the fans? The fans.
I love them. Just everything about it.
They love you.
I love it. Sabrina has been signing everybody's merch. Have you noticed everybody's throwing everything from shirts to hats to shoes?
Whatever they've got, her 5th season, her first championship, and you can see that was Jonelle Jones, the MVP on that party float that's kind of leading the way up the Canyon of Heroes. So many memorable moments from this season for the Liberty, and there's Jones.
Yeah. She's dancing her way up.
That's the float I want to be on.
She's got the award too. She
was named the Finals MVP.
Yeah.
Been one of their leaders all season long. We talk about just so many memorable moments, and Tina was talking about the big shot by Ionescu in Game 3 that really kept the series going, got them to Game 5. Jones took over there in Game 5. She led the team all season long in rebounding. She was their #3 scorer. I mean, she has been an integral part of this franchise, and this has been one that I think people, if you're a Liberty fan, there's Sabrina again, will remember for years to come. You always remember your first, right?
Totally. And you know what? You're second, you're third. We've been down that route with the Yankees a few times, and it never got old. But this is their first, and well, you could tell they're just soaking it all in, and all the confetti is coming down. By the way, some of these floats have their own confetti cannon or gun, or whatever they are.
Yeah, confetti cannons is what they're called. You can see one right there. But, this is a chance for the fans to celebrate with their favorite players, and you can see Sabrina having a great time. But we've seen all the Liberty players that we've had on floats enjoying it with the fans, not just among themselves.
I know. Some have a little bit more moves than the others, but
look at Clara Wu-Tsai, the owner, right there to Jonelle's left. She's enjoying the moment too. Why not, right?
I know.
She put together this franchise, this organization, really since they bought it in 2019, has completely turned around.
I mean, she did it pretty quickly too, right?
Winning a championship in 5 years, going from the #1 overall pick, which means they were the worst team. They were playing up in Westchester in front of 2,000 fans. You couldn't even sell it out. But she bought them and got them here and got them to a
I got to mention the Liberty's on Liberty Street. You see that?
Just crossing, yes, exactly.
They're just crossing Liberty Street. All right. Meanwhile, Ryan Christopher, he's causing some problems along the parade route. Who's he going after now?
All right. Yeah, guys, so we're here. There's the MVP of the finals, Jonquel Jones. Jonquel! Jonquel! How you feel, Jonquel? There she is, your MVP of the WNBA Finals, Jonquel Jones, doing big things. They got DMX bumping on the float, repping New York, big energy. Let's get it, come on. Hey. Having a good time here. You guys having a good time? How cool is it to see Jonquel Jones go by on a float, the MVP of the WNBA Finals?
She's great, JJ. She's the best player.
That's it?
Yeah, no. I've been a fan since the beginning. I have been waiting 27 years for this.
That's incredible. 1997. And now they're champs. Come on over here. We have possibly the two youngest, most exciting New York Liberty fans. What's your name, bud? How about you? What's your name?
Mason.
You guys having a good time today? Look, there's more players up there. Look. Can you tell who's up there? Guys, make some noise. That's a party. Kurt and Rosanna. Check out the band over here. Let's pan over. Let's see that band right there. That's Brooklyn United Marching Band. They're breaking it down, bringing even more energy here on the Canyon of Heroes. Kurt and Bro will send it back on into you. The energy out here is electric. WNBA champs, world champs, the New York Liberty.
Eddie, a lot to deal with where you are, Ryan?
Yeah, so right now, I mean, there's police lining all of Broadway right now. There's thousands, hundreds of thousands of fans, it feels like. Yeah, there's a lot going on. I mean, we have all these people walking by. We're trying to talk to the players, and we're getting pushed and shoved, but that's what this is all about. It's all about celebrating our city, the players, and the fans, of course. And let's hear some of the sounds of the marching band. Here we go.
Okay, let's do it.
Listen to this. Bring it down. You're live on Fox 5. You're live on Fox 5.
They're good.
Drum solo.
They're good. I mean, to walk, march, and dance at the same time.
We outside. Fox 5. Back to you guys. Kurt Bro. There he is.
That's what you love about parades here.
I love the spontaneity, you know?
Well, that's what it should be. Again, it's a celebration. Everybody's wrapped up in the moment. Everybody's feeling the passion, the joy, the happiness at a time that I think we all could use a little joy and happiness in our life. And I think that's one of the reasons people are just letting go. And you see Ryan, you know, again, this is not... Obviously, the players won the championship, right? But there's so many people who get to celebrate this moment. The high school kids who are in a marching band, the fans who have been there for 28 years, the little kids who are just learning what pro sports is all about. All of this comes together in a unique way, especially in New York on the Canyon of Heroes.
We need fun. We got a lot going on. Crystal Young is along the parade route this morning, too. Crystal, you got some friends?
Yes, I am. The champion. Oh, wait a minute. The timeless torches are here, and they're breaking it down, girl. We're live. Go ahead and do your thing. Oh,
we the champions. Hey, New York Liberty, the champions. Yeah. New York Liberty, the champions.
And let me tell you what I just found out. That is her age. That the timeless torches wear their age as the number on their jersey, proving age ain't nothing but a number. They are working it out. Now, we are finally starting to get a good amount of action on this part of Broadway. Roy, if you can turn around, there is a float coming right toward us. And yes, we have some excited people. Fabulous, fabulous. Oh. All right, wait. You got some moves. Tell me what you're out here doing this morning.
We're here representing Liberty today. We're here supporting the team. We're champions. We did it. This is us. We're going back to back. Thank you.
Nice. It's exciting. New Yorkers, we cannot get enough. The Liberty, you are so deserving. We've been carrying the torch for the Liberty, and the Liberty brought the win home, and New York is breaking it down. Look at what's happening up here. We got some players. The best. I love it. It's loud out here, but in the best possible way. All right. WNBA Insider, you are here with your teal on. Talk to me about being in this moment that is so waited for, and, you know, the Liberty deserves it, and New Yorkers deserve it.
Listen, Liberty has a nice ring to it. At least that's what Sabrina Ionescu is wearing right now.
Yes.
Her varsity jacket. She has a patch for all of the teams they beat in the playoff series. So it's a win for New York City. The crowd is hyped.
Yes.
The Liberty Loyals are here.
Yes.
The timeless torches are here, providing all the great energy. It's a win for the city.
Yes, it is. It's a win for the city. I'm going to toss it back inside.
Okay, thank you so much. Right in the thick of things. Okay, you know who else is in the thick of things too? Michelle. And I think she's got Sabrina again. We're just following her everywhere along the route.
Well, as she moves along the parade route, she runs into different reporters, and Michelle is there near where Sabrina is, at least right now.
Where are you, Michelle?
Okay, so we are still on the same route. Sabrina just passed us. The timeless torches just passed us. But I believe Niara Sabali is approaching us very soon. So we are still here on the route. It's getting narrow and narrow as we keep going up north. The crowd is cheering. You guys are really excited to be here tonight. Yeah, let's go. Now we've been coming. We've been seeing. I think we're expecting Niara Sabali
so much, Michelle, for that report. It's so loud I can barely hear her myself.
So you know that she definitely can't hear us, but that's because a lot of noise is going on with the fans. As you can see, each and every time a float gets near and more players come near, and fans are able to see the people that they have cheered for and rooted for really year after year.
They get excited.
They get to see them up close and personal.
And by the way, they've been so nice. A lot of them, as they're going along, are signing and autographing a lot of their merch that they've had. Probably they've been holding all year.
People waiting for their chance to celebrate with the team as the Liberty win their first ever WNBA title. Going up the Canyon of Heroes, we've got much more coverage coming your way as they wind their way towards City Hall, where they'll have a ceremony scheduled to be in less than an hour. We'll continue to follow that here on Fox 5. And if you have to leave home for whatever reason, have to head out the door, if you haven't already, just download the Fox Local app.
It's so easy. You see that QR code on the right-hand part of your screen? Put your camera towards it. That's it. You go straight to where you need to be for the Fox Local app. You're going to thank us for it. It's absolutely free. You can watch Good Day New York to your heart's content. Plus, you'll see all the news. And there's our girl, John Quell. She hasn't let go for a moment of this wonderful parade this morning. And by the way, the city really pulled this together quite quickly, didn't you think?
4 days since the title was won on Sunday in overtime at Barclays.
And I think the city needed it as well. I mean, you got the mayor there, you got the governor on one of those floats too, and we all needed a distraction here in New York City.
Well, we're going to have more of it when we continue right after this.
All righty, you're looking at the ticker tape parade, New York Liberty Parade of Champions. The Liberty are celebrating their historic WNBA championship title with a ticker tape parade. And let me tell you, it's seafoam green along the parade route in Lower Manhattan.
Yeah, lots of fans with their merch, lots of fans with their merch getting autographed by the players, and lots of players just having a dang good old time.
Now they're heading to City Hall, where the mayor's got a whole program
an
for
official
them.
ceremony will
an
happen.
official ceremony. We've seen it. In fact, you and I have covered it a bunch of times for the Yankees.
Yeah.
It's going to be nice to see the ladies of the Liberty take it over for the day.
Yeah, the first basketball championship in the city since the '73 Knicks, the first ever championship for the New York Liberty, and it could be the first parade in a week and a half, 2 weeks, depending on what happens with the Yankees, who begin the World Series tomorrow night against the Los Angeles Dodgers out in L.A. But right now, it's all about New York, New York. And there's Sabrina Ionescu once again celebrating the Liberty's championship and her first championship, the three-time All-Star, who was the #1 overall pick back in 2020. That's when the Liberty were at their lowest point. Worst team in the league. Didn't really have a home. The Tsai family had just bought them, moved them over to the Barclays Center, and that's when the turnaround really began, investing money in the facilities. They became the first team to fly their players on a chartered flight, which was against the league rules when they did it last year.
Why was that against the rules?
Because they tried to keep it balanced so all teams would travel the same way. So they said you can't fly private and charter if other teams can't. The Liberty did it anyway and paid the fine.
Okay, and then what about how much?
Now this year they can.
Oh, they can. What about how they pay the players? Are they getting?
There's a salary cap,
Yeah.
so all players, there's the maximum that they can make. One of the interesting things is because of the success, not only of the Liberty this year, but the WNBA in general, a lot of it brought by Caitlin Clark. The television ratings have been higher. This is the highest rated finals between the Liberty and the Minnesota Lynx since the 90s. So the players have decided to opt out of the collective bargaining agreement, which they had the right to do. And so they will start a new CBA next season after negotiating, which means one would expect then the salaries will increase because the revenue has increased.
Because I know some of these lady sports players, they've had to have side hustles in order to play their sport.
Yeah,
you know, they were not
years.
making that much money, but hopefully they're going to get up to speed at some point.
They will, well, one again would assume that they will have an increase next year. Let's check in with Crystal Young, who's down there on the parade route with more. Crystal.
Hi, Kim! Hi, Teresa! All right, Teresa, talk to me about how thrilling this is for you. How excited are you? How thrilling is this for you?
I am incredibly proud. It's a proud moment. The way that these young ladies have represented us, this program, and this city. It's a proud moment. I'm excited.
And you know what? So many of these people said we were in it in '97 when you guys were at the Garden and at other venues, and now here the Liberty wins. So you got to be extra proud.
We're thankful because we have the best fans there is in this game of basketball, period.
Done.
Period.
Done.
Period.
That's Kim Hampton. All right, there you heard it. The best fans, period. That is so true. All right, now let me talk to WNBA insider Christina Williams. I mean, what kind of emotions do you have going on right now? What are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. We just saw the Liberty legends, Teresa Weatherspoon, Vicki Johnson, Kim Hampton, all of those legends who paved the way for the team that won the championship this year. It makes my heart feel so good.
Yes. And Teresa said New Yorkers, they're the best fans. Wouldn't you agree? Like, you feel this energy. It's off the charts.
Listen, I'm a native New Yorker, so I agree. New York City has the best fans.
Absolutely. I'm a native New Yorker, too. All right, wait a minute. We got some more floats coming in our direction. Very, very cool. Wow, everyone's dancing, everyone's singing. Even if you got no rhythm like me. Wave, everybody. I see some champagne up there. Woo, look who we have. Okay. It's time for the players to take it all in. All the love. Oh, whoa. All right, you gotta love it. Getting love from the fans is the best.
So get in there. Crystal, go talk to
So
Brianna.
many smiles. People are screaming so loud I can barely hear. Look at what's happening. All right, let me see. Can I get a good interview? No interviews. All righty then. Okay. We will just be in the moment. I love it.
Oh, Crystal gave it a shot. Brianna Stewart celebrating with the fans right now.
The players have arrived to sit getting love before they do. And boy, is there a lot of it. Wow.
She just got something from one of the fans. I don't know what that was.
Everybody's got a handout. Okay, she's going back.
Oh, somebody gave her some alcohol. That's nice.
Not a little love, a lot of love.
Maybe it's just a bottle of water.
Maybe.
And apparently, it's 85 degrees out here. No jacket, no problem. The fans are keeping the players warm, and they love it. And so do we.
No jacket required for this celebration.
Right, I can toss it back inside.
Thank you, Crystal.
Here.
All right, get a chance. Once again, we see the players really interacting with the fans, and we talked about Sabrina Ionescu signing all the autographs earlier. Breanna Stewart getting off the float to kind of high-five the fans and celebrate with them. And this is what this really is about. It's kind of collectively coming together to say we did it.
You know what? Those fans are loving their players, and of course the players know that they're devoted and have been loyal to the team through thick and thin. And so there you saw Breanna jump off the float, got close to the people who love her, and what a thrill for those people, right?
Absolutely.
To touch their favorite player. Meanwhile, I know Breanna had no jacket on, but Sabrina apparently has some custom-made Nike jacket.
Well, she has her own line with Nike.
Oh, is that what it is?
And that's why you saw like one of the shoes that was thrown up there, I believe. I'm pretty sure that was one of her branded shoes.
Oh.
So she's got her own line. And so you got to make sure you kind of show that off a little bit. This is the moment, man. Take advantage of it.
This is it. Meanwhile, Ryan's on the parade route. Oh, we don't have Ryan. Okay, Ryan got himself in some kind of trouble. I'm sure he's out there doing something.
He didn't talk to the right cop to climb up on those
You got to talk to
floats.
Tony. All right. Meanwhile, we got floats, we got marching bands, and
nowhere does a parade like New York. I mean, no matter what the parade is, but especially when it's the celebration of a championship.
You know, they pulled this together in 4 days. I didn't think it was possible. Usually it takes a good week to kind of bring everybody together. They did it so quickly, and the fans of New York City lining the streets of Lower Manhattan on their way to City Hall for a great big program to celebrate their wonderful season.
When we talk about the players and the coaches and, you know, all the people that really work with the organization, but, you know, who might be the most popular Liberty of all.
Oh, Ellie?
Ellie.
Ellie, yeah.
Ellie, no question that Ellie is the person or
I know.
thing.
You know, it's so funny because Tina this morning, you know, Tina Savasio, our sports reporter extraordinaire, she got all dressed up and she said, yeah, I was inspired by Ellie.
Oh, yeah, she wants to impress Ellie.
Sparkles. Yeah, she had sparkles on because Ellie loves her sparkles. But you see all your favorites from the Barclays Center, the dancers, the people who, you know, throw those shirts out there to the fans in the stands. And we're looking at, is that Breanna again? No,
that's Sabrina again.
Sabrina.
Yes.
And there's her custom Nike shirt. Yes.
All right, there's Ellie.
There's Ellie.
Yeah. With Crystal.
Okay.
Okay, Crystal, go get Ellie.
You're on. You're on.
All righty. Look who we have spotted in the crowd. We are following Ellie, who is picking up babies, hugging people. Oh, look at Ellie with the little ones. Everybody loves Ellie. The best twerker in the business. Ellie, can you show me a move or two? Just a little something. Oh. Okay. Oh. Well, Ellie. Oh. You know what? I was going to try to mimic that, but never mind. Ellie's got it covered. And Ellie is sweet, too. People go crazy for Ellie the elephant. The best mascot in the biz. Look at this. All this love Ellie's getting. Everyone wants a photo. Okay, let me talk to some kids. All right. Let me talk to you. Huh? Why are you out here and so excited and screaming at the top of your lungs?
This is the Liberty. This is the Liberty. No school. Nothing is bigger than this. The Liberty won a championship. New York, we won a championship. Yankees were next. Knicks were next. Let's go.
Okay, what do you think about Ellie? Everybody loves Ellie, right? Ellie just passed by, gave you a little love.
Ellie is a dream come true, especially my son got to meet Ellie today, which is what he really wanted. So his first parade, not his
speechless.
Yes, I'm speechless.
Okay, all right. That says it all then. No words. You don't need any. Okay. Let's go, Liberty! And why are you out here along this parade route?
I'm out here to see the big parade and all the girls. Celebrate the women's sports. Let's go, Liberty! WNBA roll! We love you, Sabrina!
Everybody's got a fave. Everybody's smiling. This is good energy. New York deserves it. Go, Liberty, go. Win again next year so we can do this one more time. All right, I'm going to toss it back inside to you guys.
I love it. All right.
Ellie getting everybody pumped up. Crystal dancing with Ellie. Ellie giving everybody a lot of love.
I know. Ellie is a wonderful mascot.
Yes.
I'm glad that she is part of the team. And there you go. Once again, I think we're...
That's the championship trophy.
We're passing the trophy around. I like it.
And they're getting close to City Hall, which is where the parade will end. And the ceremony will begin. It's scheduled to start at the top of the hour. We'll see if they stay on time.
And that's the old mascot, right?
Maddie.
Maddie, the old mascot.
Who was originally when they were at Madison Square Garden in 1997 when the franchise began, co-owned by the Knicks. All the original franchises were co-owned by the NBA teams in that market, but that has changed obviously over the years, even though now they're co-owned by the same organization that owns the Brooklyn Nets.
I love that not only do they have the current players, obviously, but they have some of the past players who held down the fort, who basically built the foundation of the New York Liberty, bringing them to this moment where they're going, up the Canyon of Heroes to City Hall for a great big celebration
And
this
it
morning.
seems to be a big moment for them as well. We saw a lot of them, especially in Game 5 of the WNBA Finals. We saw a lot of the former players. Teresa Weatherspoon, one of the most legendary players, one of my favorite Liberty players.
You didn't tell me
I always
that.
loved her back in the day.
Oh, that's nice.
I covered the Liberty, actually. Did play-by-play for them for a couple of years as well. But right now they're starting to clean up because most of the floats have moved on. They're just about arriving at City Hall where that trophy will be on display.
I have to say,
Stewart, she looks like she's having a good time.
She is. She doesn't need a coach. She is, whatever.
She's feeling
perfect.
good.
Meanwhile, we have to give a shout out to the New York City Sanitation Department.
Yes.
They will be out there for the next few hours cleaning up that parade route because you're talking thousands and thousands worth of confetti.
3,000 pounds total.
Yeah, dropped on the streets of New York City.
You can see it's cleaned up already in some places. They say it should take about 3 hours or so before it's officially clean and the streets open back up for your evening commute.
Okay. Meanwhile, people are heading towards City Hall. It is a ticketed affair. It's not. You don't have to pay for it, but you had to qualify for one of those tickets. I guess go online and
get one in
sign up
advance.
early. Yeah, but I'm sure most people are going to be waiting outside City Hall because they'll pump in the ceremony or pump out the ceremony.
And
to
usually
everybody.
they have big monitors there for you to be able to see everything, but you don't have to go anywhere. You can watch it right here on Fox 5. Dan Bowens is standing by live right now at City Hall where the celebration will officially wrap up or kick off phase 2, if you will, Dan.
Guys, how's my hat look? Am I clean? Am I looking clean here?
Looking
with this
good.
Liberty
So
swag
fresh
that
and
we
so
have
clean.
on? Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. We're clean in here. Outside is the party. Inside, this is the business end, but that doesn't mean we can't have fun. We started to see some of those parades kind of coming up the west side here. They're going to loop around, and then the players are going to start to come in. We think it's going to happen any minute now. It's coming up. When the players do come up, they're going to be on that stage. I can see some of the signs that they have there on those seats. So we got Sabrina Ionescu. She'll be in the front. Brianna Stewart. She'll be in the front. Jonquil Jones. She'll also be in the front. The owners, Clara and Josiah, will be in the front. Mayor Adams will obviously be emceeing this event that's down here. This is a season when the WNBA and women's basketball really became front page news for all of sports, not just for those fans who follow it, but really for everyday sports fans. Women's basketball came front and center. We saw record-setting TV numbers. The people who watched the WNBA finals, those numbers were just off the charts. So of course, New York had to get this win. The first win in nearly 50 years when it comes for a basketball team here in New York City. I was just thinking, I was walking up Broadway earlier, and you can see the names of all the different organizations, people, the veterans who were honored on the Canyon of Heroes, the New York Yankees, of course, several times, the New York Rangers, and now here we have this team, the New York Liberty, a team that has been to the finals so many times and had never been able to pull it out until this season. That Game 5, the season on the line. Breanna Stewart steps up. She hits those 2 free throws. Game goes into overtime, and they bring it home. That's why you see Breanna Stewart out there so relieved. That victory that she had, she's out there celebrating with her fans, and what a moment it is when these fans come, or when these players come out onto this stage, and the fans who are in here, they call them the Liberty Loyals. They're the ones who've really been with this team since 1997. They got their tickets early. They're inside, and really they've been dancing. We've been doing some electric sliding. We've been hanging out inside here because, look, the dignitaries are in here, but so are the fans. This is where the real people are. We're still having fun, and it's just getting started. We're going to be out here when it all happens. We think probably in a few minutes they're going to start to come up. For now, we just got a little party going. I was here in 2019 when the women's national team had their celebration, and it was beautiful. I mean, the World Cup celebration, that was Carly Lloyd. That was all that good, amazing soccer team that they had. But this is different because this is New York. There's a little bit of a different vibe for it. There's a little bit of a different edge that Rosanna incurred. You know, comes with a New York victory, and that's what we have here. Nothing like it. Back into you guys. I can keep talking if you want. I can keep going, but I figured you guys want.
Well, you need to rest your voice because the ceremony is going to have. You got a different hat for each one. I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah, I got
you didn't
my
tell me you
little
had
magazine
props.
too.
Okay. All right, Dan Boren will be there at City Hall where the ceremony is expected to officially begin in just about half an hour or so according to the schedule. The parade route has kind of ended with the floats. The members of the Liberty Party have gone inside City Hall where they will get ready to come out and at the top of the hour.
Okay, listen, we're going to bring that ceremony at 12 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining Kurt, me, and the whole Good Day gang this morning. We hope we brought you some joy. Well, our Parade of Champions will continue at 12 o'clock. We're going to take a quick little break, and we'll be back with a little news. But we got you covered. We got you the best seat in the house as we celebrate our New York Liberty right here on Good Day New York.
From Fox 5, this is The Noon.
All right, you've been watching the exciting celebrations as we honor our newest WNBA champions in New York Liberty. Our coverage of the Parade of Champions continues in a moment, but first, today's news. We'll get to this right now. With less than 2 weeks to go, the election, the Trump and Harris teams are planning a series of major campaign events today.